بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Welcome back to our channel QHE Tajwid Rules of the Quran channel in English. We're still under the chapter of the characteristics of the letters صفات الحروف العربية, and today inshallah we will talk about the second main characteristics in the letters, in the Arabic letters, from the characteristics that have opposites. الصفة الثانية من الصفات المتضادة, the second characteristics that have opposites. These second characteristics, it depends in the flow of the sound. The flow of the sound, we have three categories under it. First category, الرخاوة, which is softness. Second one is الشدة, the opposite of الرخاوة is الشدة, and its strength. So first one is softness and second one is strength. And I'm still saying you have to memorize these words by Arabic, not by English. الرخاوة, the opposite of الشدة. And between both of them, characteristics, we call it البينية, in between. So let's explain each characteristic and what it's mean and what's the letter of it and everything about it and the shahad al-jazari and everything. We will start inshallah with the first one, which is الشدة, the strength. الشدة in the linguistic definition is strength. In the applied definition في الاصطلاح انحباس جريان الصوت. الصوت, remember this word, عند النطق بالحرف نتيجة غلق المخرج. الشدة in the applied definition in English, the flow of sound is what? Trapped. So the flow of sound, be focused about word sound, is what? Trapped as a result of closing the articulation point. We will explain this inshallah, but I want you to remember here is trapped of what? The sound. If you remember the Jahr, it was trapped of what? The breath. But here is what? The sound. So let's go inshallah. You can back for the Jahr if you want and hams in the last class. I will put it for you in the description box. If you open it in your right hand, there is a black arrow. If you click on it, you will see all the links of this chapter. You can back for Al-Jahr and Al-Hams to know the difference between Al-Jahr and Al-Shedda. If you are in the computer, not in the phone, you can click see more and you will find all these links inshallah come out for you. Let's continue and see what we mean by the flow of sound is trapped. Before we will see the letter to understand how it happened. Letters of Shedda is 8 letters. أجد قط بكت. Scholars put it in word أجد قط بكت, means I find a cat cry. It's funny, but it's make you remember it. So what's the letter of it? Hamza. It's not alif, it's a hamza. Jim, dal, قاف, قا, با, kaf, and ta. If you look here, it's أجد قط بكت. Then what we mean by trapped of the sound? Let's try any one of these letters and see how can we sound it. If I say, for example, the hamza, let me put before the hamza lam, for example, to make it sakin and see how can it will be trapped. You can try with me and say la. La. What happened? Sound is cut. You don't have a choice. You don't have any way to make it continue. Let's see the جيم without قلقلة. If I hit the articulation point with my tongue, and the articulation point of the جيم, it's the middle of the tongue with what? With the opposite of the palate of your upper mouth. And if you close the articulation point right before you open for قلقلة, you will feel the sound strap. Let's see. Ad. This is جيم. Yes, this is جيم. But if I let it go, it will be ad. Ad. Even it's with جيم, it's very short. And the sound is trapped on it, even with قلقلة. So let's go for letter دال and see. Ad. 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 Without قلقلة, what happened? Sound trapped. Let's try قاف, and the قاف, it's a very good example to let you feel how the sound, it will trapped. Try to say up, up. What happened? You feel very hard feeling in your vocal cords and in your neck and everywhere here, like a pressure. The sound is trapped. Up, ab, ab, as much as you can. Try with letter ba, it's very clear too. You can't continue this ba. That's it. Ab, ab, ab. So even the letters, if I say it in row, ad, ad, ab, ad, you can't tell which one is which one. So the Shedda is very strong characteristics. It affects the letter and it traps the sound in this letter. How the Arab finish this Shedda? They do a lot of things. For example, for Hamza, they make tasheel, or they make another ways on it. It's not in Hafs way except in word أعجمي. Except in word أعجمي, this is the only Hamza it's مسهلة in Hafs way. Other Hamza at all in Hafs way, it's a Shedida as it is. A, ba, ta. Shay. This is sha. This is Hamza in Hafs way, it's still Shedida as it is. What about حرف الجيم and the letter of dal and letter of qaf and letter of ta and letter of ba? They make qalqala on it to make it easy to pronounce and to make this pressure done, plus to make it clear. So instead of ad, ab, ab, they make it what? Ad, aq, ab. Now you can tell which one is which one. At the same time, this Shedda, it's gone by that qalqala. About letter kaf and ta, they make a hams after this Shedda. And hams means the breath is flow to make it easy and you can sound it. Ak, at. Okay? Inshallah, this is clear. So if you look here to make it more easier for you to remember these letters, remember the letters of qalqala, which is qutb, jad, and put with it the hamza, kaf, and ta. So it's the letter of qutb, jad, plus hamza and kaf and ta. The letters of qalqala plus the hamza and kaf and ta. Let's go and explain what we said right now a little bit more. And remember, the only word in the whole Hafs way, musahhala, it has hamza musahhala, word أعجمي. Word أعجمي. Let's continue. Examples for a letter شديد and مجهور. So we have some of that letters before here, letters شديدة and مجهورة at the same time. Like hamza, jim, dal, qaf, ta, ba. This is شديدة and مجهورة. What's the letters of Jahr? Who can remember what's the letter of Jahr? The letter, all the Arabic letters except فحثه شخص سكت. So the only letters I have from الهمس, كاف and ta. Other letters here, it's all مجهورة. مجهورة means the breath is trapped on it. So these 5-6 letters here, it's trapped in breath and trapped in sound, both of them. شديدة مجهورة. So let's see, we have two kind of الحروف الشديدة. We have two kind of the شديدة letters. Letter مجهورة, like we just said, it has صفة الجهر too, and a letters مهموسة, it has صفة الهمس on it. The مجهور letters, it's the قطب جد حروف القلقلة, like I just said, plus the همزة. المهموسة, it's حروف الكاف and التاء. Just the كاف and the تاء. So all the شديدة letter is مجهورة except the كاف and the تاء. Remember that. Let's go and see more example for it with drawing. The flow of sound is trapped as a result of closing the articulation point. Of course, I'm sure this is clear for you right now. When you tried the letters, when you say what happened? You close the articulation point and the sound is trapped by this closing. It can't go outside. So there is an example here, letter G. The sound is coming from inside to outside. He finds the tongue here close his way. So the sound trapped behind the tongue. To make this sound go out, this tongue should to go down so the sound can continue his way. How does the tongue go down? When we make qalqala, for example, in letter G, or when even we say ja, ju, your tongue should to go down in the end of the letter. By this, the sound will go out after it's trapped. Explanation for this. Here we have a picture for letters. It's the same letter, letter G. It's make it more clear when the sound is coming from inside to outside, fight the tongue in his way, close the articulation point completely, so it's trapped behind the tongue, till the tongue is go down, the sound is continue outside. And the breath is trapped too behind. So here letter G, it's مجهور and شديد, both of them. By going of this sound out, you can tell what this letter is. Exactly like I told you right now. I said if you say it's very hard to tell which letter is which letter till you continue this letter somehow by qalqala or even by hams in other letters kaf and da. But here letter G, by finish the articulation point of G and put your tongue down, right away the sound go outside and tell me this is letter G. Ad. Okay, let's go here and see letter G with 3 pictures here to make it clear for you. Here, this is the first picture. The sound is coming from inside to outside, tongue is close the area. Tongue is starting the second picture here to go down a little bit, so sound is starting to go out a little bit. And in the end here, it's all go out. So what else we have here? The letter kaf. As an example for the letter, it has shedda in the beginning, but it's end with hams in the end. Letter kaf and ta, this is only the 2 letters in Arabic letters. It's start with shadid characteristic and finish with hams characteristic. تبدأ بالشدة وتنتهي بالهمس. Again, why Arab make it more easier for them? Because this shidda, it's affect even their mechanical of the sound. Yeah, it's very hard. If you try it, it's very hard. So the only way to make it easy, they make the hams in these 2 letters and they make the qalqala in other letters. And in Hafs way, they keep hamza as it is. So here we have kaf, an example. Kaf, it's coming from أقصى اللسان with the المنطقة القاسية from the back of the palate. So letter kaf, the sound is coming from inside to outside. It's trapped after that behind. It's trapped behind the tongue here. Try to say ak. Your tongue is completely up. It's close the area here. So sound want to go out, and breath want to go out too. To finish this shidda, when the tongue is go down, there is air come out. Ak, ak. Without this hams, you can't tell this is letter kaf, this is number 1. At the same time, you will feel very hard pain and feeling in your mechanical sound. This is our first example. Our second example, or our second letter, not example. This is only 2 letters like we said. Our second letter here, letter ta, if we look here, we start with, say, the sound is coming inside to outside. It's trapped behind the tongue here when it's completely closed. To make this letter be clear, we should to make hams in end of it, and you say at, 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 at. This is the right hams. Inshallah, it's clear for you. One of the mistakes I heard from the student, letter ta, how it's happen? It happened by the tip of the tongue hitting the gum line of the 2 top incisors. Okay, so they should to have the tongue very strong here, and then let it go down slowly, and like you are pushing it outside. So some people, instead of that, they hit the letter ta here, and they put the tongue down till it reaches the lower teeth from inside here. So it gives sound closer to seen. How it happened? At. This is wrong. This is wrong. Other mistake it happen when they close their teeth together and they say ats. This is wrong too. You should to let your tongue hit the articulation point of ta and let it go down slowly and not reaching for this area at all, the inside of lower teeth. It should to reach only between upper and lower teeth, and the teeth should to be a little bit far from each other, so the sound is not coming like what I made the wrong one right now. It should to be natural way. It should to be at. This is a natural way. Don't put a lot of effort to make the hams and say ats or ats. Both of them is wrong. Okay, it should to be normal way. Inshallah, this is clear and easy for you. When the tongue is starting to go down, the air is come out, the breath is come out. So the hamses happen in letter ta. This is for mostly this mistake for Arab. The non-Arab, the problem in letter ta, they hit this area instead of gum. They say at. This is the wrong. The articulation point is wrong. The characteristics of the letter ta is wrong. Both of them is wrong. So you should to hit the right articulation point of ta. After that, you should to let the tongue go down like you are throw it outside. Don't let it reach here. Don't let the teeth close together. Open your teeth and let the tongue go. So the air, it will come by itself and it will be normal. Inshallah, this is clear for you. What's the shahid of جزرية for this one? مهموسها فحثه شخص سكت. This is the شاهد جزرية for الحروف المهموسة. This is not my part I want here. What I want شديدها لفظ أجدقة بكت. شديدها لفظ أجدقة بكت. So شديد letter, لفظ means the words or the sentence of أجدقة بكت. So remember this. If you memorize the جزرية, by the way, you can answer any question about the Tajwid rules easy way. You can remember it easy way. Okay, then مهموسها فحثه شخص سكت. This is the part of the what? The مهموس letter. This is not my lesson today. But شديدها لفظ أجدقة بكت. This is my lesson today. The شديد letter is in word or in a sentence أجدقة بكت. Inshallah, the lesson of today is very clear for you. Nothing hard on it. Again, very quickly, the shidda is trapped of the sound. Why? Because the articulation point is closed of the letter. And the letters of it is hamza, jim, dal, qaf, ta, ba, kaf, and ta. How is the Arab letter finish this shidda? By making qalqala in some letters, which is letters of qutb, jadd, and by making hams in two letters in the end of it, kaf and ta. Kaf in the ta start with shidda and finished with hams. Other letters, it's all has shidda and jahr at the same time. Letter hamza, Arab people in the back, they used to find a lot of ways for hamza, but in Hafs way he sounded as it is shadida, except in word a'jami. This is our all information in our class today. Inshallah, it's clear for you. Jazakum Allah khairan to watch our channel QHE Tajwid Rules of the Quran channel in English. If you don't subscribe yet, please subscribe, like, and share. Next time we'll take the opposite of al-shidda, which is al-Rekhawa. And the time after, inshallah, we will take the characteristics in between them, which is al-bayniya, and we will explain everything about all of them, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan one more time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please don't forget to put a comment for me to know what you want exactly. Plus, don't forget to watch one of our videos. It will appear for you. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.